Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel and today's video. So the Swedish word of the day is steal, which is in Swedish stjäla. Stjäla. So I wasn't sure if I was going to do this video or not, but I decided that why the hell not? I bought the palette and so on. So a while back ago I asked you guys if you wanted a certain video on Instagram. I did only have this poll up for around 10 minutes and most of you guys said yes. I think like 95% said yes or something. So I took it down and then I ordered the palette. So today I am going to play a little bit with this palette. This is from a brand called Beauty Creations, and I just want to give you a little bit of a background story. So if you're known to my channel, you guys know that I don't purchase copycat makeup, like for instance from Bad Habit, and I don't purchase anything from animal testing brands. But of course I can appreciate certain things, and I can appreciate things that MAC or Benefit or, you know, certain animal testing brands comes out with. I can still think that they look pretty, but just don't purchase it. It's rarely that I get obsessed with certain things, and I just got obsessed with the Huda Nudes palette. I thought that that palette was stunning. The first time I saw it, I thought that it was butt ugly, it was boring, but then when I saw more and more and more pictures and people using it, I just thought that they were so pretty, like the perfect daytime palette, and it was totally my cup of tea. So if Huda Beauty was cruelty free, I would have purchased that palette. And then I saw on an Instagram account that there were a dupe palette available from a brand called Beauty Creations. The Instagram account is no longer available. The Instagram account was deleted due to copycat claims. No, not copycat, copyright claims, I mean. This Instagram account is Makeup Hunter Makeup News or something along those lines. I'll go ahead and link the new Instagram account, but she shared this picture and I was like, damn, you know, damn, like this is the one dupe palette I really want. And you might think, well, why do I have this then? The thing is that I forgot about the palette for a while because I was like, you know, I'm not gonna purchase it. I'm so sorry if you hear something, by the way. My boyfriend at home, he's sick, he's playing video games, so if you do hear something, then I do apologize. But the thing is that I was like, okay, I'm not gonna purchase it because I don't like dupe palettes. I forgot about it. I don't really know how I came to this conclusion, but for some reason this palette came up again, and I realized that this palette was made and released 2017, and Huda's palette wasn't made until 2018. So Huda Beauty, that is known for duping Beauty Bakery, has now duped another small indie brand, but this didn't get as talked about. I do want to say that my palette arrived a little bit broken, as you can see right here. I'm just gonna show you how it looks. So here are all of the shades, and you can see that it did arrive broken. It comes with a little mirror as well. You know, I had seen a bunch of different pictures on this palette. I didn't think this is the picture that Beauty Creations has on their website, and I was like, you know, it looks really boring, but it looks like this in other pictures, and I was dumb enough to think that it would gonna look like this, like the second picture. When I got it, I was super annoyed, and I was like, you know, I don't even want to film with this. I don't even want to use this because these are just straight up browns. I did even swatch some of them, and I thought that the quality seemed really bad, everything seemed really bad, but I was like, you know what, I have it, so today I am going to use it. But at the same time I was like, you know, this is a little bit too dull for my liking, so today I also have these are from Makeup Revolution, and these are their eye glistens, which looks like this. There were a lot of people saying that the Makeup Revolution duped Huda for this, but they didn't. Like, Makeup Revolution and Huda came out probably around the same time, so neither of the brand would have the time to dupe another. Also, this is not a matte, this is like a shimmer, and then this is a glitter. This is a foil, I mean, and this is a glitter. So I'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about those later on, but for now I really want to dip into this palette and see what we can create. And regarding the entire dupe situation with Huda Beauty, like, you can believe whatever you want to believe. If you believe that Huda Beauty duped Beauty Creations or copied them and stole their idea, then you are free to your opinion. If you don't think that, then you don't. But I just wanted to mention it, and I wanted to say that it's a little bit a little bit of a big coincidence though. If you do wonder, I bought this off Beauty Joint, so I didn't buy this off Beauty Creations. I think that Beauty Creation takes more money for this, and they also take like $20 or something for shipping to Sweden, while Beauty Joint takes, it depends on how much you purchase. The more you purchase, the more expensive the shipping will be, but I think that I paid like $10 for shipping, and I bought this one, I bought a foundation, I bought a concealer, and I think that that was that. So I think I paid like $11 or $10 for shipping, and I think that this was $12. So I'll go ahead and link it to Beauty Creations, but also to Beauty Joint. Beauty Joint is available in the US. So if you live in the US, you can purchase, I think that Beauty Creations is located in the US as well. And of course, the shade that I was most excited about is this one, which is called Lust. And of course, that one was the one that broke. But I think I'm gonna start off with the shade Nudes in my crease. The shade Nudes is the one that is the most mauve. The other ones are a little bit more brown. So yeah, I'm going in with the shade Nudes first. And my eyeshadow primer looks really splotchy. So hopefully we're gonna cover that up with eyeshadow today. Okay, this shade, no problem. Like, it's pigmented, it looks really smooth, it looks nice. No complaints. So now I think I want to hop into the shade Desire, which is this one. I mean, it looks to be like sort of a satin, but I don't really know. So we're just gonna, okay, this has a lot of kick up, as you can see in the pan. But I'm just tapping my brush off, and then I'm gonna take it right down here. Okay, doesn't have a lot of pigment. This is not what I expected out of this palette. I really thought that this would be like a pinky purple mauve palette. I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade Peaches, which is this one. It's a bit also mauvey red, almost like a pinky. It looks more pink on the brush actually. Just taking this, sort of like if you would have gone in with this after your transition shade. Just adding some pink into this look. They are really powdery, but they are very smooth. Not super pigmented, but not badly pigmented. The only thing I'm worrying about is how this will last on the skin. I don't have time to have this on the entire day. I'm actually just gonna have this on a little bit, and then I'm actually gonna have some lunch, film another video, and then I think I'm gonna take this off after a while because I'm going on a little bike ride. I've talked about this before, that I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight and be a little bit more healthy, and I hate the gym, so I'm just gonna go for a little bike ride. And yeah, I've actually already lost quite a lot, so I'm real happy about that. Not a lot, but a little bit. I'm gonna take the shade Charming, which is this darkest brown. I'm gonna take in the outer corner. Okay, it's not, this does not have a lot of kick up. Okay, so if you take this, the shadow really goes away very quick. Like, very easily, I mean. Let's skip this and just hop into the shimmer. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the shade Fire, which is this one right here. It's the purple. I'm just gonna try this so you can see how it looks dry. So this is how it looks dry and without glitter glue, but I'm gonna go in with a glitter glue. So now I'm going in with the shade Fire once again. This almost has like a little bit of a red shift to it. And then I want to go in with the shade Lust, which is this one, which is the shadow that just broke for me. Ooh, this is flaky. Wow, it's stiff already. This shade is really hard to pick up on a brush. You have to like really dig in there. I actually think I'm gonna wet my brush, so I'm just taking a little bit of setting spray and then going into the pan. Usually I do the opposite, but it's really hard to pick up any. Yeah, I have a feeling that this shade will just kind of flake off during the day. So I'm just gonna skip this step and actually go in with this one. This is, as I said, from Makeup Revolution, and this is their Eye Glisten in the shade Yours Truly. And it just comes like this. I'm just gonna swatch it for you. So this is how this one is looking. So this is the foil shade, and then this is the glitter shade. I don't know if you're in focus, but hope that you are. I'm gonna take this one and just apply on my lid. My the eyeshadow from the eyeshadow palette is just kind of flaking off. Just taking my finger in the shade Fire that we used and just gonna pat this a little bit like so, because I'm actually gonna go in with a red glitter as well. So just underneath here you can see the red shade, and this is in the shade Desire. And as you can see, this glitter is super chunky. I actually just want a little bit of a red line like this. So I'm gonna take the glitter and just squirt it back on the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna apply it with a brush. I think I'm gonna let this dry and then go in with a second layer. So I've been sitting with my brows up like this, so I can just let this dry a little bit. And now I'm gonna go in with the shade Charming, which was the darkest brown. And then I'm just gonna apply this right here under my lid, or under my eye, I mean. This is not like super serious. I'm just gonna add on a little bit of color. And then I'm gonna take a mix of the shade Desire and Peaches and just blend underneath my eye here as well. Okay, I am going to clean my eyes up a bit, apply some lashes, and do the rest of my face, and then I'll be right back and talk a little bit about my thoughts and so on. So I'm now done applying all my makeup, and if you're wondering about anything that's on my face, everything is gonna be listed down below. Okay, so let's hop into the palette. I don't know if I talked about this, but it comes with a little sleeve, and then also the plastic inside that I have not in the palette right now. So I did try some shimmers, and I did try this one. I'm just gonna talk about the shimmers. They are very lackluster. I mean, they're really pretty when you swatch them on your finger. I mean, look at this. This is really beautiful. They look really nice, but just wiping it off my pants. But applying them to the lid, they aren't that foiled, they aren't that pigmented, so I would just apply a glitter glue or just to wet your brush a little bit. That is not a big deal in my book anyway, because I usually have to go in with a glitter glue in order for my shadows to stick the entire day. I usually wet my brush. I do use glitter glue, I do use setting spray, so I don't really care. I don't really care. But when it comes to the mattes, I feel like they are a little bit unlike a lot of other things I've worked with. I mean, they definitely contain a lot of kick up, which doesn't bother me. I just mention it. So if it does bother you, then don't go ahead and purchase it. But also they're very easy to blend. There's nothing wrong with them, but they are sort of like the shadows that you cannot really build because they will kind of blend themselves out. So I took the shade Charming, which is the darkest shade in the palette, and I kind of tried to build it up a little bit, but when going in blending, it just kind of removed itself. So they will give you a wash of color, but just a light wash of color. You know, you can definitely see today that this is a lot of makeup for some people. On the eyes I'm talking about, just about the mattes, but for me this is very toned down. This is very neutral, like it's very basic. Remove the red glitter, and this is really basic in my opinion. So it does give you a beautiful wash of color, but it's not gonna be super pigmented and so on. Now I can't really talk about the longevity because, as I said, I'm going out soon, so and I'm gonna work out and I'm gonna wash all of this. I'm gonna take all my makeup off, so I can't really speak that much about it. If this was $12, I mean, if I saw this in store, I wouldn't purchase it. As I said, I expected a little bit more of those mauve tones, a little bit more of these purples that isn't like a bright purple, but it's just like a beautiful toned down purple, like everyday sort of colors that I thought that I could get a lot of use of as an everyday palette. But yeah, no, this is not a palette that you're gonna see a lot on my channel, and I don't love the formula of this. Like, I'm not super disappointed in it. Because, as I said, this is kind of the look I was going for, but it's really a shame that you can't really build up the shades. Also, I'm not shaming on Beauty Creations, like the brand, for making this palette with these shades. It's just my own fault that I didn't look it up before purchasing it, and I don't know why I trusted some reviews to be, yeah, I don't know. I don't love it, I don't hate it. I think it's a palette that is okay, nothing I would run out to store and purchase, not something that I probably will use again if I'm gonna be 100% honest, but not a bad palette. Let me know what you think. What do you think about the entire Huda situation? Like, it's a little bit sketchy, don't you think? I think so. Anyway, that is gonna do it for today. So if you did like this video, please thumbs the video up so I know. If you did not like the video, please thumbs the video down so I know. If you're new here, I would love for you guys to subscribe. I would love to have you on board in our little family. Don't forget to tune in probably tomorrow because I'll probably be back then. Bye bye.